Hello there. My pleasure to say a few words about launching the West Midlands 5G Accelerator. Now, as we know, this region is the heart of innovation. It started that in the Industrial Revolution. If you think back, you could say industrialisation, growth, all started here in the coal fields of the Black Country. And we saw that innovation move through our manufacturing prowess until we got to the 60s, 70s, full employment, mass manufacturing. And of course, we've seen an incredible change in our economy since the deindustrialisation of the 70s and 80s. We went through a tough period, but of course, we've just come off the back of a period of 10 years, sort of unbroken growth and unbroken rise in employment. And we've actually seen the fastest growth of any region outside London over the last 5 years. I'm very conscious of the timing of this launch. We just don't know the impact of the coronavirus on the economy. We're all working hard to insulate it, but we might, of course, just have to think a wee bit more about the backdrop. But what's clear is that technology has powered that growth. If you just think about how the smartphone has become just a staple of how we do business. And in a sense, the isolation that many of us had to face over the last couple of weeks has actually been made possible from a business point of view by the way in which new technology now powers business. But 4G, smartphones, they've become the staple, but we're now on the verge of 5G. And the whole thing about 5G is it will be many, many times faster, the signal, than 4G, much more reliable. And indeed, it is going to drive our economy, our productivity, our wealth forward again. The estimates, they're never quite right, but people talk about probably 25 billion of additional output by 25. So a huge dynamo on the side of our economy. And that's why I was so determined that the West Midlands should win the right to be the first big testbed for the UK. We got that back at the end of 2018, and the whole of idea of West Midlands 5G was born to really drive forward this, to see how it would affect not just our daily lives as consumers, but also how it would affect our driving economic sectors in manufacturing, in health, in housing and construction as well. So the setup for this is really very exciting, and I'm clear it is mission critical to the future success of this region.